What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I am Raven Scar, and in this little episode or video here, we're going to be just talking about some channel updates, projects, and news, and just everything that goes along with all the projects that I do and the channel itself. Hopefully we'll try our best to keep this short. Yeah, right now we're in I figure while we were doing the project updates and channel updates and talking about all that kind of stuff, I could show you around my breeding facility for franchise mode, which is something I did off camera. So this was before I started YouTube. Some of you may recognize the name Dharma. It's actually a little Easter egg, I guess, towards the TV show Lost that was on several years ago. It's been quite a while. It might have been about 10 years ago, actually. But yeah, I mean, even though Dharma was all about the tropical island, I decided to put it in the middle of the desert. And have these polar bears here as a little bit of a nod to the show itself. But yeah, it's actually quite unfinished. And yeah, in reality, this was supposed to be a breeding facility. So honestly, I didn't need to do all this stuff that I did. But it all kind of started out as, you know, doing the breeding, and then it just kind of turned in to me just kind of going crazy and building something crazy. So yeah, we'll kind of take a zoom around this and check out everything that I did. And while we do that, we can talk about the channel and the projects and stuff. And not only that, but as you can see, we have no guests. Everybody's not, very unhappy because we have no animals. And we have no staff. All the staff have been fired because I was originally just going to like get rid of this file, but then when they did the whole update where you can put your franchise zoos up on the workshop or open sandbox, decided to go ahead and to keep it, and maybe in the future we can do something with it. But one of the first things I do want to mention was the fact that a couple days ago, from the time that I'm recording this video, a couple days ago, the awesome Pausley released a video of like the 10 small YouTubers or content creators to check out, and I was very honored as the fact that I was one of those people that he mentioned, in particular my Zoolittle series. So I want to give a shout out back to Pausley and tell him that he's awesome, he's a great human being, and keep being him, because we all appreciate it. We really do, everything that he does for the community. And a lot of those other channels that he talked about, I've already been watching on a regular basis, but there's a few of them that I didn't know, and now I'm happy to say that I've subscribed to those channels because I really enjoy the content that they put out. And I recommend everyone who haven't checked out that video to definitely go check it out, and also go check out Pausley's channel, and definitely go and hang out in his Discord server. It's a wonderful place to be. But I kind of segue into the whole fact that he promoted my Zoolittle series. I do want to let everyone know that Zoolittles is going nowhere. I'm very, very proud of that concept, and damn, I'm so close to like trademarking that name. I'm telling you, I'm very, very proud of it, and I think it turned out great. There are plenty more ideas that I have for future Zoolittles projects, so it's not going to go anywhere. And also, Zoolittles will always be on Fridays. That date is never going to change. So every Friday you will get a Zoolittles episode. I'm not going to promise every Friday, because every once in a while there might be a time where I might be able to get something done, or I have what I like to call creative block, where I don't really know what to do. So there's always a chance that there might be a Friday where you don't get one. When it comes to all the projects, from now on, I'm thinking about making sure that the first episode, whether it includes the first episode of each new project, whether it includes a time lapse or not, because sometimes here recently, for instance, the Zoolittle's Ancient Asia first episode, I didn't do a speed build because there was too much time spent working on that entrance. The speed build would have been too long, and I'd have to cut like half of it out, so I didn't feel like people would enjoy it enough, so I went ahead and just did a real-time video looking at it and showing everybody what I did. And I hope everybody's okay with that, but the speed builds aren't going anywhere, and for the time being, speed builds are going to continue to be done without commentary, mainly due to the fact that just time scheduling. You know, I do work a full-time job. This isn't my job, YouTube. This is just something I do for fun. But for now, the commentary will not be a part of the speed builds, but maybe in the future. But for now, it's just time constraints and stuff like that. You know, I do work. I work 4 days a week, 10-hour shifts at night. So you know, like 4:30 or 5:45 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. and I live an hour away from my job. So Wednesday through Saturday is time spent only working and sleeping. That's it. You know, I go to work. I wake up in the evenings, go to work, come home, eat, and go to sleep, and that's what I do for 4 days. So the 3 days, you know, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I'm off. Is when I do all the work for YouTube and stuff. And to be honest with you, that may be why you've noticed that the amount of content that I'm producing is changed, and there's less of it. So it used to be, you know, almost sometimes 5 videos a week, and I've kind of dropped that down to 3 videos a week, and sometimes 4, sometimes more. It just depends on my scheduling and what I can get done. And that's mainly also due to my mental health, because there was a time when I first started this adventure on YouTube that for 3 days straight I would do nothing but work on YouTube stuff. And that's not fair to myself, that's not fair to my family, that's not fair to my wife. I want to make sure that I spend as much time with them as I possibly can. So and this kind of keeps me away from them sometimes, and makes me feel guilty about it. You know, they all understand and they all support my support this. You know what I'm saying? And they're actually very proud of how well the channel has gone so far, because none of us were expecting it to go this well. They believed in it, but you know, there's always that deep down feeling that, you know, the odds are it's not gonna do any, you know, it's not gonna go anywhere, and it actually is. I might not be no 2 million subscriber channel, but you know, as of this sitting, I think I'm at like 420. And the crazy thing is the day that Pawsley released that 10 YouTubers to check out video, I went to bed with like 338 subscribers, and I woke up to over 400 subscribers. I mean, that's incredible. And again, you know, that's all because Pawsley decided to take the time out of his day to make a video to help promote other YouTube content creators, specifically for Planet Zoo. And he didn't have to do that. He just did that because he's selfless and he's a good human being. So once again, like I said before a million times already, on Discord and everywhere else, you know, thank you, Pawsley. I really appreciate that, and that means a lot to me. But again, with the commentary will continue to be a part of the franchise Let's Play series, as well as some other videos that we'll talk about here in the future, or here in a few minutes. But again, back to the Zoolittles thing real quick. The Zoolittles is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So definitely have no fear on that part. I know people seem to really enjoy that's probably the biggest thing on my channel is that. So I also wanted to mention and talk about the length of my videos. You know, I'm not sure what the best way to do things are when it comes to length of videos. I like to keep my regular speed build videos for things like Zoolittles, Sanctuaries, and all that stuff, and even the collab zoo, which we'll talk about a little bit more in a second. But I like to keep those around 20 minutes, but no more than 30 minutes, and sometimes I kind of go over that. And what I would like some feedback on is, are those video lengths fine? I mean, so we got those in our franchise. I usually don't worry too much about how long my franchise Let's Play series are, because it's a little bit different. You know, we're doing real-time builds and stuff like that, and there are no cuts, there are no speed builds, so it's all straightforward, lots of commentary and stuff like that. It seems like people really like them, but I understand that people may not have the time to sit down and watch an hour-long video. But for now, I'm going to try to keep my franchise videos anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and 15 minutes, because I'm kind of basing that on what other YouTubers do. So people like Pawsley and Delady, Rudy, Chef Jack Butler, just people like that, you know. I'm trying to kind of base off how long those episodes are to see how long I should make my episodes. But definitely let me know down in the comment section about video length. Let me know if you like it the way it is, or you want me to try to make changes to make the videos shorter, and I'll see what I can do. But on some other projects that I currently have on the channel, we have Sanctuaries. Sanctuaries is a little similar to Zoolittles, of course, but it's mainly focused on the species of animals. So, you know, reptiles, big cats, and here soon, something else I'm not going to reveal yet. You'll see that in a couple weeks. But That's going to continue to be on Thursdays. For now, I only have 3 more projects besides the Reptile World and the Big Cats. I only have 3 more zoos planned in that series, and that's only because we're kind of limited on what animals are in the game. But of course, as time goes by, as DLCs get released, we'll figure it out. Excuse me. Let me get a drink of Kool-Aid. But yeah, for Sanctuaries, now that's not going anywhere, and I hope everyone enjoys that just as much as they do Zoolittles. When it comes to franchise mode, Let's Play. Franchise mode is always going to be a Let's Play series, so it doesn't matter what I do. If it's continuation with, or if it's Willow Park or something new, it'll always be the same. One thing I do want to point out, though, is Willow Park Sanctuary. Recently, I've been having issues where the file doesn't want to open. It takes me like 4 or 5 tries of trying to load it, and the game crashing to actually get me to load into the file, and I don't know why. It's not like there's a whole lot going on in that franchise mode just yet. There's only 2 blueprints, which were done through contests, so that couldn't be causing it. There's no mods installed on my computer at all for any kind of game, so I'm not sure what the issue is, but if it keeps happening and eventually it might not be able to open it, I can maybe reach out to Frontier and see if they can help me out. But unfortunately, if it continues, then we may have to end that one and start a new one. And I don't know how people are going to feel about that, but there's a certain point where there's not really much I can do about it. To be fair, Frontier Developments has become one of my favorite, if not the favorite, video game developer of mine. But But one of the issues I'm having is, it seems like every time they bring out a update where they do fixes, it says in the update notes and the patch notes that it fixed a certain thing, seems to fix it for everybody else, but in my game it fixes nothing. Everything stays the same. I mean, I'm still having the crashes on the game startup, for some reason. And of course, y'all seen in my other videos where I have staff members getting stuck on paths and stuff. Again, in many patch notes it is mentioned that they've fixed that. Well, not for me, they haven't. And it's very, very frustrating. So here soon I'm going to be working on making a YouTube video of nothing but the issues that I'm having, so I can send that video to Frontier and to ask them to please figure it out for me. I'll do whatever they need me to do. If they need my files, they need my save files, they need my whole game, I don't care what it is, please figure it out. Because anytime I try to do a bug report, it always says that it's so what I'm looking for, it's a duplicate, so it gets deleted, so it never gets looked at. So I don't know, it seems like I'm the only one having the majority of these problems that I'm having, and it's like every time I get on here and play, there's something new. Like the other day I was recording an episode for Zoolittle's Ancient Asia, and it kept saying that my animals are hungry, so we're starving, so I call a zookeeper over, and they come in and they do the little jump and say that there's no work to be done because the animals aren't hungry. So I don't know. It can be frustrating, though. Also, with the franchise zoo or Willow Park Sanctuary series, I know a lot of you give me feedback, which is something I really want for that series. That's the whole point of it. I kind of consider it a community-based franchise Let's Play series, and that's because people build things for the park, for the zoo. And there hasn't been a lot of that yet, but I'm getting, as the farther we get into the project, the more stuff will be coming in from other creators. Where I might say, hey, you want to build a restaurant, whoever builds the best restaurant, that I feel maybe fits the theme the best, we'll place that into the park and give them creators some credit. And that's my way of trying to help get people that don't create content for YouTube to get their blueprints and their skills and their creativity and all their cool stuff they make out for people to see. When it comes to being a content creator, it's not about me. It's about you. Especially when it comes to this game and this community. That's one of my favorite things about this community, is that it's about us. This isn't a competition; it's a community, and it's kind of sad that there's some content creators out there that don't feel that way. They feel like it's all about them, and it kind of sucks, when you see that happening. But I do see it every once in a while, especially since I started YouTube, and I'm not going to say no names or anything like that. But the only thing that I suggest when it comes to that kind of stuff is, if you're watching YouTube and you're watching Planet Zoo videos and stuff like that, try not to get drowned into all that negativity. Sometimes there's several people out there that are, it's always negative. There's always something negative to say, and people could say the same thing about me when I complain about the issues I'm having with the game. But I'm not being negative. I just want this game to be perfect because I love it so much. I mean, this is like my favorite game of all time right now. You know, like this is like my dream Zoo Tycoon. Ever since the days I was young and I played a lot of Zoo Tycoon, this was the dream game right here. This is what I always wanted. We have it, and now that we have it, I just want it to be perfect. So here I am, just kind of going off on a tangent. But again, like I said, the feedback that you give through comments and even on my Discord channel for the franchise zoo, sometimes you might think that I'm not listening, but I assure you, all the feedback and all the suggestions gets written down in my notebook. And what the issue is a lot of times I record those episodes in advance, right? So right now I'm like 4 deep in those episodes. I've already recorded 4 episodes, and for the next 4 weeks, right? So you won't see those changes, but I assure you those changes will happen. For instance, the episode that went out, this last episode that went out, I mentioned that we might have to move the anteaters because they were getting shy and uncomfortable and they're always stressed. And I forgot about the shush signs in the security tab. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, I mean, let's see, you go here to bins, benches, security, go to security. These signs right here, do not disturb, and these do not feed signs. If you put these down, it usually keeps the animals from getting shy and getting stressed. And so what happened was, it's a little bit of spoiler for an upcoming Willow Park Sanctuary episode, but I actually replaced them with the tapers. And I was going to move the anteaters somewhere else so I can put them behind one-way glass. But several people mentioned putting these do not disturb signs down, so I was like, hey, that's a fantastic idea, so now we don't have to move them. So I'm probably going to end up moving those anteaters back, and I'm going to put something different right there next to the tortoises in the front of the zoo. But again, you won't see those changes probably for a couple more episodes. But I assure you, your voice is being heard, and it's very important to me, everyone's feedback. Also, next thing I want to talk about is the collab project between me and the Jurassic World Insider. It's not going anywhere. I assure you that you're probably going to have episodes of that for probably the rest of the year. I have a feeling that it's going to take us several more months to get that project finished with. Really, the only thing that comes down to is how well the game continues to run. So as long as performance in the collab zoo and Jangwa Oasis stays good, then we'll keep going. That's kind of the thing that we talked about when we started this project. Is, at first we picked so many animals. We each picked so many amount of animals to add to the zoo, and then we picked who's going to do this and who's going to do what. And then we decided, later on, let's choose some more animals. Let's just keep going until we break the game, until the game doesn't want to run anymore. That's kind of how it's going to keep going. Now, one thing that I do want to talk about now that we've gotten all the current projects that I'm working on is, since I'm not going to be doing commentary for speed builds, would you prefer having the speed build with no commentary and the cinematic shots at the end? And when I say cinematic, I don't mean really fancy cinematic shots like Pawsley or Dan creates. I'm just talking about still images, cinematic shots, because I'm not really good at the whole moving the camera around and getting good shots like they do. I might work on it in the future, try to get better at it. But anyway, or would you prefer the speed build and then a real-time part where I kind of take you on a little tour of what I've done and kind of talk about it a little? So down in the comments, leave that feedback for me as well. Please, because I want to make sure that I do what everyone likes the best. You know what I'm saying? Might not be able to do that with every single episode of every single project, but again, something that I really want feedback on. And also, when it comes to collabs, I only want to do one collab at a time, so I've had a few people ask me about doing a collab, and I really want to, and I'm also open to working with anybody. So if anybody ever wants to approach me about a future collab, please do. I know one person that I really want to work with is Dan Create. So Dan, if you're watching this, keep me in mind, buddy, because I think we could do something really cool together. But for now, of course, my collab partner is Jurassic World Insider, and not only has this collab partner allowed me to work with somebody else, but it also has allowed me to meet somebody cool. Insider is one of the coolest people I ever met, and I think we're coming fast friends. I hope he feels the same way. He's actually become a moderator on my Discord channel because I have a lot of trust in the guy. You know, I haven't known him very long, but some reason, my gut tells me this is somebody I should trust. So it's exactly what I'm going to do. Now, the last project that I want to talk about, which I'm sure some people may have questions about, is what happened to Fern Goalie Zoo. Sadly, no more Fern Goalie. The tortoise habitat that I built in that little episode will be the last. Well, let's face it, I'm a dumbass. I didn't back up my save, and what happened was I was working on a other project. The game crashed on me, so I went back and got my autosave, the autosave file. And when you do that, you always want to make sure you resave it out of the autosave and on top of what you need to save it for. And I accidentally saved it on top of the wrong zoo, which just so happened to be Fern Goalie, which means that Fern Goalie is gone forever because I didn't have any kind of file backup or anything of the sort because I'm a dumbass. So for those who really enjoyed the Fern Goalie series, it was very short. You know, we didn't get a lot of time in it, and it depressed me. I was depressed for a few days because I was really enjoying my work in it, and I had so many ideas. So many ideas. But we have to move on. So what I've decided to do is I put a little vote out on my Discord server about, I gave everyone about 3 options, I think, maybe 4, I can't really remember, but about 3 or 4 options of what kind of zoo that they would like to see. And everybody voted for a Hawaiian themed zoo with tropical animals. So that's what's going to be happening, and I'm in the process behind the scenes working on that. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know now that the name of that zoo will be Kokua Island Sanctuary. It will not be based off a Hawaiian resort. This is going to be based off a normal, let's just say it's more or less just a zoo based in Hawaii. It's going to have some Hawaii tropical theme elements to it, but I'm not going to go all out and build hotels and swimming pools and all that stuff. It's going to be a zoo. I prefer to just stick to building zoos. I know a lot of people really enjoy things like what Dan does with the Countryside Project. I love that series. I watch every episode. I never miss it. There's actually several of them that I've watched twice. But on a personal level, I will not spend time building something like that because I just want to build a zoo, you know? And plus, you know, there are other people that are much better at that kind of stuff than I am. Anyway, I'm not so good at it, so I'm just going to stick with building zoos. Every once in a while I might try to build something, you know, crazy. But that's just not my style, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I hope that the people that watch my videos understand that, and they're cool with that, so. Excuse me. But, yeah, so Kokua Island Sanctuary, it's on the way. What I plan on doing is, right now I'm currently working on the entrance part of that zoo, so it's a big project. I've went on the internet, good old Google, and found some images of some Hawaiian architecture, Hawaiian buildings, which if you look at them, they actually don't even look Hawaiian, but I looked Hawaiian architecture, and these are pictures that I found. So I'm currently working on that, and once that's done, you will get an episode of me doing a real-time overview of the entrance. You're not going to get a speed build from it. You're not going to see how I built it. I apologize for that, but that's just the way it needs to be, because I've already put in so many hours, and the speed build would be like 4 hours long if I did it, and I'd have to cut everything out. It's too much trouble, so prefer to just show you real-time. So you'll get an episode with that, and then after that, you'll start probably getting weekly episodes, possibly only getting 1 episode every 2 weeks for that series, and that'll be our normal sandbox series, sort of like Hawk Ridge Animal Park was. So, yeah, so keep a lookout for that. I think we're probably a good maybe month, maybe even longer, 2 months off from that project starting, at least on the channel, anyway. But that's what's on the horizon for that. So again, I apologize about Fern Goalie. It really sucks, and I wish it didn't have to be that way. Sorry if you hear that in the background. My cats are deciding to bother me. They don't want nothing to do with me when I'm not on the computer. When I'm on the computer, it's all about what I'm doing, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, you'll get a new sandbox series coming soon. So definitely keep a lookout for that, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So when it comes to other projects, this is going to be an interesting one. So I had this idea, and I'm not sure how it will go over with the people that watch my channel, because I know that most of you are here for Planet Zoo. But I was talking with Jurassic World Insider on voice chat a couple days ago, and I mentioned to him that I thought it'd be pretty cool to do like a board game night. And what I mean by that is not often, but maybe once or twice a month, I can get on my Discord on a voice chat with somebody, another content creator. I mean, it could be any content creator out there that would like to try it out with me. But we sit down and we play a board game. And what I mean, and not an actual board game, but like the digital versions of those board games. So Steam has games like the Game of Life, Battleship, Uno, Cluedo, which is actually we call it Clue here in America. I'm talking about those types of games where we can do like a multiplayer, and we can just spend about 30 minutes just kind of playing a game like that, and kind of having that little banter back and forth, and chatting and stuff like that. And I would like to know what people think of that idea. It won't be very often, like I said, but probably the first episode, if we decide to do that, the first episode that I would do will be with the Jurassic World Insider. But after that, it doesn't always have to be Jurassic World Insider. I would like to do something like that with some other content creators as well, where we just kind of sit back and relax and play a board game. So if anybody out there is interested in that, and by the way, it doesn't have to be a content creator. If you're just someone who likes to watch my videos, or couldn't give a crap about me, but would actually like to sit down and have a chat with someone and play a board game, let me know. You can always come and join the Discord server. I mean, you'd have to do that for us to do this. I mean, if there's another way to do it without Discord, I don't know. But definitely let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this kind of idea. Besides Planet Zoo, I like all kinds of games, and board games are one of them. I love board games, especially some of the obscure ones. So kind of hoping that people might jump on board with that and really like something like that. I don't know how great the episodes will be. I'm not that funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not a comedian or nothing, so I don't know if I could make people laugh or enjoy it as much, but it's worth a shot. But definitely know in the comment section down below what you think about that idea, and also if there are other games that you would like to see on the channel. As long as there are games that I like, that I would enjoy, I'll be happy to play those on the channel. And lastly, I just kind of want to talk about my YouTube channel in general. Again, I've already let me see. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk about is a little bit of a rebranding that I'm going to be doing soon. And what I mean by rebranding is nothing serious. I'm just going to be getting a new logo, a new banner, new intro and outro videos and stuff like that. Well, I've already gotten that stuff. That stuff's already ready to go. I don't make it myself. I have it made for me. I have that kind of stuff made for me by a company called Gaming Zombies. They made my logo and stuff for me. But starting with the video that you will see Thursday, May 13th. So Thursday, May 13th, which will be a Sanctuaries episode, is the day that you will see the new logo, banner, intro, and outro videos. I'm really excited to share it with you guys. It's definitely a step up. It's a little bit more colorful, the logo. But, of course, Ravenscar Gaming will stay the name of the channel. But keep a lookout for that. And let me know what y'all think when you see it. Also, I want to... before I start talking about the last little bit I want to talk about, I also want to mention my Discord server. You don't have to join my Discord server, but we'd love to have you. One of the things that I've loved about doing this whole adventure on YouTube is not making the videos, but the Discord server, man. When I first made this Discord server, it was, nobody was on it. I didn't have any, takers. Nobody was there. There was a few, like Pausley was there for a little while. There's a couple other people that I known for a while. But it didn't take off until probably, 4 months ago, maybe more than that. I'm not really sure, but now we've got plenty of members, and I think we're up at like 40 something. But to be honest with you, that's not the point. And also, I try to make sure not to say my Discord too much. I prefer to say our Discord, because it's not about me; it's about you guys, and you guys and girls. You know what I'm saying? You guys and girls was what make this happen. All of the support that you've given me is what made this a success. And to some people say, well, you're not a success. You don't have 1 million subscribers. You don't even have 1,000 subscribers. You don't even have 500. Doesn't matter. To me, it's a success. When I first started this adventure, I was expecting in the first 6 months to maybe have 50 subscribers, if that. But look, man, I'm over 400 subscribers already. And to be honest with you, when you compare my content to other creators' content, it don't even compare, man. It's like the bottom of the totem pole, you know. Everyone else is so much. They're so creative, and I take a lot of inspiration from them. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, man, I can't believe this is happening. It's crazy. Which again is another reason why I kind of have to slow back on my scheduling a little bit. So, you know, you're getting less content from me, but I'm hoping that my content I'm hoping that because you're getting less content, the quality is better. Again, I have to think about my mental health when it comes to this kind of stuff. So, like I said before, you know, I can't be pushing out 5 videos a day. Now, if this was my job, my full-time job, then yeah, I could push out multiple videos a day. But for now, you know, this is the way it has to be. But if you want to, you know, again, every single video that I put out will have the Discord link down in the description. But I'm not the only Discord channel out there. There's also plenty. There's, you know, Pausley's Unicorn Community. Dan Creates has a really fun Discord server. You know, Zoofluencer, or Zoof, I think is what he preferred to be known by now. He has a really fun Discord server, Simply Savannah. They all have great ones. Mine's much smaller than all of theirs, but that's okay because the reason why I'm not so active in all the other servers is because you know, I'm very antisocial. I know it might not seem that way. Like, wait a minute, someone who antisocial and they do YouTube content? Yeah, but this is just my way of trying to teach myself to not be so antisocial anymore. It seems like the older I get, the more antisocial I become. That's not against any of the human beings out there. It's just how I am. I mean, I could go my whole life without talking to a single soul. It's crazy, but it's true, you know. But yeah, if you want to join a server, or you want to join all the servers, definitely come on over and hang out with us. We do, you know, as we grow, we're doing a lot more fun stuff. So we just started our 3rd contest. Our first contest was building that central feature for the Willow Park Sanctuary series, our franchise zoo. The one that Basic Builder won. And this past one we did was the Zoolittles challenge. You know, I had everybody say, here's the map that I use for Zoolittles. Build your very own Zoolittles. And I gave a set of rules and stuff, and things that they have to follow. And that's the video y'all saw a little while ago, was the Zoolittles challenge Zoo Tours, and those are all the entries that people did. And damn, that was a blast. I mean, I had so much fun looking at all that stuff. That was so cool, and all the passion that people had for that project and that contest was really, really cool, and it really meant a lot to me that people took it that seriously. You know, but we have another contest going on right now, and that contest is like what I'm calling like an Asian habitat build-off, where I gave everyone a list of animals they can choose from, and they have to build a habitat for that animal. And again, we'll be showcasing those entries after it's over. And the way I'm doing this is, the first one, when I do a contest that has something to do with the franchise mode, I make sure that I vote on it, because it's my zoo, and I want to make sure that it's the best fit. Although it doesn't really matter, because no matter if you won or not, everybody's entry at some point when it comes to the central feature contest that I had will eventually go into the zoo at some point. But also, we're about to start our first community zoo. I'm sure that most of you who are a part of other Discord servers know about the community zoos. So if you want to be a part of that, like I said, come over to the Discord channel and have fun with this. And also, you are not required to be active in the server. You're not required. If you want to come over to promote your YouTube content, you do what you got to do to help promote yourself. I'm not going to stand in your way. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stand with you, and I'm going to help you the best that I can. So, again, if you're interested, definitely stop by and hang out with us. And the last thing I want to talk about is my subscribers, my views, and that kind of stuff. I'm not one to really to talk about that stuff. As a matter of fact, I prefer not to watch videos that all that the person does is talk about, oh, they're not getting enough views, blah blah blah. That's not why I watch people's content. I watch the people's content for their content, and also for them. You know, if you're a terrible person, then I'm not going to watch your video. You know what I mean? So, but if you're also going to sit there and complain that you don't get enough views, or, you know, why don't y'all watch my videos and all that stuff, I ain't got time for it. So the only thing I'm going to say about my views is I'm happy with it. I'm content. I don't care if 10 people watched it or 100 people watched it. I couldn't give a crap. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. That's all that matters. The most important thing is I'm enjoying myself, and hopefully the people that do watch it are enjoying themselves, and I'm making people happy. That's all I care about. I just want to make everyone happy, and I want to give everyone some type of entertainment. You know, we all need that little bit of entertainment sometimes. So that's all I'm going to say about my views. Don't care, you know. I mean, if I'm getting 0 views, that's one thing, because then I feel like I might be doing something wrong. But if I just get 1 view, I'm happy. I did my job. And the last thing is the subscribers. And, you know, holy crap. I cannot believe I have as many subscribers as I have. That's crazy. It's not something I really care about. I don't care if I have 10 subscribers or 100 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers. It doesn't really matter. But I will say that when it comes to that kind of stuff, I do want something out of this. The number one thing that I want out of doing YouTube is to meet people, to be better at not being antisocial. Also, I want to make people happy, and I want to support people, because the people that support me, all 422 of you, you support me. I want to support you back in any way I can. And definitely always never be afraid to let me know if you need some kind of support, whether it be mental health support, or just you want to help with your YouTube stuff, or you have questions, because we all start somewhere, and I started somewhere. And honestly, thanks to Pausley, I know he's going to tell me, no, it wasn't him, it was me, but still, thanks to Pausley, I was able to start this, because I don't think that I would have ever done this without Pausley telling me, hey man, go for it, give it a shot. You know, what's there to lose, right? And he helped me figure out what recording software to use, what kind of editing software to use, and other tips and tricks and stuff like that. So I know it makes it sound like I'm obsessed with Pausley, but it's not that I'm obsessed with Pausley. I'm obsessed with good human beings. That's what I'm obsessed with. So, but yeah, lastly, just thanks to every single one of you who support me. It literally means the world to me. I mean, you have no idea how much it means to me. It makes me feel like it makes me feel like I matter, that I mean something, and I make people happy. And if I'm making people happy, that's what's important. You know, I did my job. But my ultimate goal is 1,000 subscribers, because I feel like that's kind of like everyone's point to where they're like, okay, this is working, this is a success. And I shouldn't stop, because it seems like most people, when they hit that 1,000 mark, they never come back. You know what I'm saying? Or they never go back. It's always continuous growth. You know what I'm saying? So if you like what you see, if you like me as a person, if you like my content, give it a subscribe. You don't have to turn on notifications. I know people say don't forget to turn on the notification bell, but you don't have to do that for me. If you're anything like me, I always turn that stuff off, and then I go through every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, check my subscriptions, see if there's any new videos, and then I always save them to my watch list, so I make sure I don't miss it. And the funny thing is, I'm like 153 videos behind on my watch list. So for you guys out there that know that I watch your stuff and be like, hey, he hasn't commented on a while, he hasn't commented on one of my videos in a while, I promise I'll get there. It's just work and everything like that. It's busy. But before I get off here, I'll go ahead and kind of show you around the zoo. We got some of this stuff is actually it used to be on the workshop. I kind of took it off, but we do have this neat little entrance area right here where it comes over from over here. This is franchise zoo, and originally you couldn't remove this stuff. So yeah, you come in. We got the coolers on the floor. We got these. We got the screens, the education screens. Again, this is before billboards and all that kind of stuff. So then we got these neat little fountains here, which is a nod to the show Lost, because the Dharma initiative on the island, and on the tropical island they had polar bears. So, and then we got this sign here, using just the signs were one letter at a time. And then of course we got some font here, and I to be honest with you, I can't remember who made the font. Probably Ricey. There are a few blueprints in the zoo that I can't remember who did, so I apologize for that. And if any of those creators are watching and see something they made, let me know. Put it down in the comment section, and I'll pin it. Each habitat has these little custom bin covers, and again, sorry for that. Excuse me. This is for these are from the workshop, but I just can't remember who did them. Again, this is something I never assumed that anybody would really ever see. So, but as you can see, we have each corner has a staff facilities, and each corner takes care. Like this one will take care of these two. This one will take care of these two. This one will take care of these two, and so on. And then we do have a habitat. Right here we have a Nile monitor habitat inside here. There's like an indoor habitat, and they're taken care of with staff facilities from inside there, which we'll go in a second. And on the other side we have the Chinese pangolin. Excuse me. Like I said, another indoor habitat. And then, like on the outside, we have 8 habitats on the outside. And this was my breeding zoo. So you know, these were all basic built, like just basic rectangle boxes. And as you can see here, at one point there were Himalayan brown bears in here. Staff facilities over there. So that's pretty much how I built it. And as you can see, at the time I was playing on a little bit of a crappy computer, so I never finished the foliage because the PC was kind of lagging a little bit. But as we come into the visitor center here, this is where the detail is right here. I really happy with this. But here you go. Here is the inside, and I made this little art feature looking thing here. I'm not sure what it is supposed to be, but it's something. And we also have the conservation boards, but we also have the interior viewing for the Nile monitor and the Chinese pangolins as well. We do have our staff facilities back here, which isn't actually done. I never really worked on the interiors in that. And then we have all the shops. Got some bathrooms back there, and then more shops. And then, like I said, we got plenty of seating, and we got these really high ceilings that go all the way up with the big skylight in the middle. I'm pretty proud of this, and I'm thinking about continuing it, but we'll have to see. We do have these custom things here, and like I said, we got bathrooms, and we got our staff only, and the staff actually can go up here, so we have water, power, and all that fun stuff down here. And then when we go upstairs we have some of the more staff facilities, and these will take care of the exhibit animals as well as the pangolins, Nile monitors. And then back here, again, something that was in the workshop for a while, is the exhibit house. And at the time when I did this, I did not realize that exhibits don't give you conservation credits. So I was pretty bummed about that. But they do give you money, and that's all that matters. Yeah, and then we got the staff facilities back here. Never really finished it because I was more worried about doing all that. And then we had this extra one over here because I did have tortoises. Tortoises are a good one to... tortoises are really good to breed because they do take a long time to mature, but they also give birth to a lot at a time, and you're usually going to get anywhere from, me personally, I was getting anywhere from about 150 to 400 credits for each one. So, but yeah, these tortoises, actually, the tortoises that you see in Willow Park Sanctuary actually came from here. But yeah, there's no animals in the zoo. All the staff have been fired. No animals, like I said. So yeah, you know, everything's closed. These are some of the animals that I was working with. You know, lions, crocodiles, antelopes, giraffes, monitors, llamas, gemsboks. As you can see, everything's closed. So I might come back here eventually, but yeah, this was Dharma. This was Dharma, the Dharma Initiative, the breeding program. Oh, and over here in the middle, we do on each side have some ATMs, as well as some shops. And this was just simply to make the... this was actually a very profitable zoo, as you can see. At this point, I had $2 million. So it was very profitable. I didn't have to worry about money at all. All I had to worry about is just keeping it on fast forward and breeding animals. That's all that mattered. But yeah, that's Dharma. And again, in the comments, let me know if you would like to see this series continued, or maybe instead of it, maybe taking away the whole breeding idea and turning it into an actual zoo. So let me know. I could even take this, move it over to sandbox mode, and we can turn it into a new series where we start expanding. All out in all directions. We'll delete all this stuff around here on the edges. Just leave all this here, and then we'll just start expanding. So let me know what you guys think if you want to see the Dharma Initiative expanded into a full-on park. But that's all I got for you guys. I hope this wasn't too boring. I just wanted to speak a little bit about things that I had on my mind. Some of the, if you can, please, you know, some of the things that I asked for feedback on, please let me know. You could even come to the Discord and give me the feedback there, or you can come to Discord, not join the server, but just, you know, DM me, and we can chat there as well. But I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. Thank you to everyone who supports me, and I will always be here to support you no matter what. So thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.